Who is the Backfire 5GS made for? It's got the fastest hub motors I've ever tried. It's got the same premium maple, bamboo, fiberglass deck as the Zealot X. It has one of the most aggressive looking and unique red LED system around the edge of the deck. And it has one of the most sophisticated battery monitoring smart BMS integrated into the most advanced color LED remotes on the market today. Loaded with some incredible technology, why should you get the 5GS over other skateboards? Let's take a deep dive now. The 5GS is powered by twin 750-watt hub motors. While they're not as powerful as belt motors on other mid-range boards, they are, however, the best motor hubs I've ever tried so far. These are quick to pick up speed and can reach a top speed of 30 miles per hour. Best of all, because these are hub motors, you don't need to worry about snapped belts or belt maintenance at all. And it's whisper quiet during operation. The only sound you'll ever hear are the sounds of the wheels rolling against the ground. If you're worried about hub motor performance, don't, because these hub motors can dish out some great power as compared to their weaker counterparts. By the way, I'm giving away a Meepo City Rider 3 at the end of the year. The only way to enter is to be a subscriber and write a comment down below and like the video. You must live in the US to qualify, and congratulations to my previous winners. Thanks and good luck. But is anyone here really for the hub motors? In case you didn't notice, this is the only board that comes with a red LED ring around the entire edge of the board. And this is the main selling point of this board for most people. I have to say, this is a really good implementation of the color red. The color red has the lowest wavelength than any other colors, so it's easier for this color to get washed out when it's really bright outside or when the sun is out. When the color red is washed out, it looks pink. I know this because I had a red lightsaber before, and when there's a lot of light, it would be unusable because the red lightsaber will look pink. Because of this knowledge, I was really concerned this would also happen to the red LEDs on this board during the day, and that it would make the 5GS look pink. But to my surprise, the board did a great job maintaining the color red the entire time, even in very bright situations. This means Backfire did not cheap out on their LEDs and used high quality and high powered LEDs on your skateboard, so the colors don't get washed out. If you're concerned this board will look like a pink LED board during the day, don't be. It's red and it looks extremely nice. The LEDs on this board has other functionalities that are standard for all LED boards in the Backfire lineup. Meaning when you double click the power button on the remote, you can change the LED modes from constant to breathing to flashing to completely off, giving you full control of how you want to display the LEDs around the deck. You can also control the same set of LED behaviors when the board is charging. When your board is plugged in, it glows as if it's turned on. You now have full control of how this LED system behaves also while it's charging. If for some reason the red LEDs are too bright and you're trying to sleep, you can double click the power button on the remote and cycle through the different modes until it's completely turned off. These LEDs are extremely well implemented and integrated into the board as they provide functionality instead of just for looks. Looking at the edge of the board when the LEDs are turned off, it looks just like a normal board, but once you turn it on, wow, it really does shine. And this red is just amazing from any angle. Out of all the colors Backfire has implemented on their lineup, which one do you like the most? Hint, it's red. Another compliment I have is how uniform and smooth the LED system looks. I've looked around for these type of evenly distributed LED light strips for a very long time, but could not find anything good that looks as smooth as the ones natively installed on the 5GS. Look at these LEDs I found on another board. You can clearly spot the individual LED light bulbs, which just doesn't look as good. You could DIY, but it just isn't the same as full integration. Needless to say, this LED system is amazing. It's the centerpiece of this board and the primary reason for the existence of this board. It's really eye-catching and will bring you all the attention in the world. If you love this kind of attention but not willing to spend as much as the Zealot X, then this board is for you. The deck is extremely stiff. It's not bouncy or flexible at all. This translates into stability for the rider as you get into higher speeds. The deck is composed of the same material as the premium Zealot X. Even the paint on the underside of the board is well implemented and rock chip resistant. The deck is also using an asymmetrical design from the front to the back. The leading side of the deck is wider than the tail side of the deck. This wider size in the front allows the rider to have better control of the board, especially when it comes to steering, turning, and carving. The Zealot 5GS is also using an 8-inch 50-degree reverse kinpin trunk that is gravity casted. Gravity casting is a metal manufacturing process that uses gravity to fill a mold with molten metal. In gravity casting, molten metal is poured into a permanent mold. The mold fills slower under gravity than it would under pressure, which means fewer air bubbles and more consistent metal density. The end result is a stronger and more consistent cast. This translates to better, stronger, and safer trucks for the 5GS and the entire Backfire brand as a whole. When it comes to bushings, I am just loving these red SHR bushings. The color really pops on the black trucks and they match the red LEDs of the board. The 5GS carves extremely well out of the box because of these premium bushings. Because the deck is stiff and the trucks are not DKP, bushings needs to be loosened up before it really comes alive. These stock SHR bushings are really good. I wouldn't rush out to replace them anytime soon as they feel bouncy and extremely responsive. Overall, this board is built for speed and stability if that's what you're into, but it can still be fun to carve if you adjust these SHR bushings just right. The wheels on the 5GS is 96mm by 55mm. It's pretty soft at 88 durometer. Just some of my observations from seeing a lot of generic boards over the last couple of years. Most boards would use the same generic wheels from the same factory but with their own names slapped onto it. But Backfire uses their own unique wheels. These wheels are of a different size, different durometer, different materials, and even offers a groove system on the wheels that helps with lateral grips. These stock wheels are pretty good. I would recommend completely using these wheels before replacing them. You can of course also use cloud wheels if the road conditions on which you ride is bumpy. The 5GS is powered by 403 watt-hours of 14S2P Samsung 40T 21700 cells. The performance of this 14S board is very different from the Zealot X that's also a 14S board. So don't go thinking that you're going to go as fast as the Zealot X just because they're on a 14S battery configuration. The bottleneck here are the hub motors, which has only 750 watt of power. The ESCs is also much toned down at 60 amps as compared to the Zealot X's 140 amp ESCs and 1500 watt motors. But still, what the power can output is still really good considering that it's a hub motor. The Zealot X is on sale right now for $10.99, while the 5GS is also on sale right now for $7.99. There is only a $300 difference between them. For that difference, if you get the Zealot X, you get an upgraded 140 amp custom ESC, the best ESC that Backfire has to offer, and two powerful 1500 watt belt motors, and better than industry standard Samsung 50S cells, and also a 25% increase in watt-hour battery capacity, which translates to roughly 25% increase in range. All those upgrades for only $300 brings a ton of value to the extra money that you spend if you can spend $300 more. But don't worry if you can't, this 5GS is still an amazing board. Another top-tier feature of the 5GS is the S-tier eSkate remote. This is the same remote system that is being offered on the Zealot X. It is metal on the top side and a soft but hard premium rubber on the underside for better grip. It's the only remote that connects to a smart BMS and displays battery health. This is crucial if you want a peace of mind by being able to monitor the health of your batteries so that you can spot a bad cell before you charge it and start a fire. In fact, I think this feature should be standard for all electric skateboards. Not being able to see a battery health makes me very uneasy. Top speed of the board is 30 miles per hour. I've gone up to 28 miles per hour, and then it started to feel really shaky after that, so I started to back off. Maybe I could have gone a little bit more, but for my use case, this is more than what I need, and is definitely very fast board. The acceleration is slower as compared to other belt motor drives such as the Zealot X and the S, because the Zealot X and the S has better motors and ESCs, but they're also a lot more expensive. This board will give you 30 miles per hour speed right out of the box, and I think for a $799 board, it is very well priced. The braking is smooth, no complaints here, and the range is claimed to be 31 to 34 miles. For my testing, I got 22 miles at 195 pounds and going at roughly 19 miles per hour, so your miles may vary. The board also charges at 2.5 hours with the included charger. It's not a fast charger, but considering the battery size is pretty small, 2.5 is actually pretty good. The 5GS is able to stand its ground against its stronger siblings, and also with that red LED color, in my opinion, it is the best color and the very reason why you would want to buy this board. Overall, this is an amazing board, perhaps the fastest hub motor board out there. It has an amazing remote and gives you a peace of mind on battery safety. You don't need to maintain hub motors like you do with the belt drive motors. And it is still compatible with cloud wheels. Most importantly, it is the only red LED board out there. The red in the dark just looks so aggressive, and it is the best LED color in my opinion. If you don't want to shell out another $300 for a massive upgrade to the Zealot X, then the 5GS is your best next option. Are you getting one? If you have any questions, make sure to sound off down below. Remember, I'm giving away the Meepo City Rider 3 at the end of the year. The only way to enter is to be a subscriber and write a comment down below. You must live in the US to qualify, and congratulations to my previous winners. Thank you and good luck.